Welcome to the Lake Show, where you can find out what's going on in and around Lake Loudoun. This show is brought to you by Fort Loudoun Lake Association, a nonprofit environmental conservation organization that keeps Fort Loudoun Lake safe, clean, and fun. I'm Angela Howard, the Executive Director of Fort Loudoun Lake Association, and I work with zone managers and in-house scientists to educate and remove trash and debris daily. We are part of the prevention and monitoring the stormwater and the health of our streams. I'm very, very happy to introduce a wonderful partner in one of our events, Haynes. She's with Blue Ridge Mountain Sports. And Blue Ridge Mountain Sports has been a wonderful partner with us for 7 years in this event that we've done, but it's coming up this Saturday, the Paddle for Clean Water. So thank you, and thank you for joining our show.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
So how long have you been with Blue Ridge Mountain Sports? You were telling me earlier.
Oh, I've been with the company for a little over 4 years now.
And you've been in Knoxville the whole time?
Yes, yeah.
Did you move to Knoxville, or are you from Knoxville?
I am originally from Austin, Texas, moved to Knoxville a little over 4 years ago.
Oh, great. So did you come here because of the river?
I came here because of the river, the mountains, the diverse outdoor community, and to explore new areas.
Yeah. So what do you think about our outdoor community? Okay, so you moved here 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. So from then until now, how has the outdoor community grown for you?
Well,
I mean, has it gotten better? Is there more to do here?
It's not really more to do here, no, but it has gotten better. The Knoxville community, I think, has worked a lot to grow the greenways.
Yes.
To grow the awareness of blueways.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of folks in the community don't even know that we have blueways here in Knoxville.
Okay, now you're going to have to explain what a blueway is.
Well, like a greenway, it's a trail, but on the water instead of on the earth.
Right, and so now Knoxville, and maybe on the way down the river, is going to have these blue signs that let people know where they are, like on a greenway or like on a highway. And then they have these little QR codes, right?
Right.
Where you can find out where you are on the map. And you'd have to be a boater or a paddler, so which are you? You could be both, but which one do you like?
Well, I'm definitely privy to the kayaking. I really do enjoy it. One of my favorite blueways that I've done here is the Tellico Blueway. Ah. And like you said, it actually does have signs that direct you to go one way or another. When you get into an area where the lake starts to expand and you're not quite sure, ooh, does the blueway go left or right, then you see signage there that directs you. There's camping halfway. It's primitive, but you're able to pull your boat up and stop and set up camp and then continue on the next day. It's a wonderful way to spend your weekend.
So seeing Knoxville from that wonderful place in a paddle boat or paddle board, is that a lovely thing to do?
Well, yes, I would think so. And I think that that's when cities and towns have that, it's a big draw for the community. If I'm looking for a new place to move, that's what I'm looking for in my town, in my community.
Have you seen the paddling community grow here?
Yes, I have. Yes, mainly with the paddle boards, though. That's a big growth in and around Knoxville and all around Tennessee. You see more and more people asking about it, interested in it. And it's a great way to spend your day on the water. Yeah,
I actually, the first time I paddled on a paddleboard, I did a race. Isn't that dumb? So I got roped into it. So anyway, I got on a paddleboard and I went about 3 miles down from, I think, Neyland Stadium in that area all the way down to Sequoia.
Fun.
And I know, but the thing about it was everybody else was flying and going really fast. I literally got mesmerized looking around me because it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful kind of gentle, easy way to see our beautiful river. Yeah?
Well, and like you're saying, you know, you can enjoy it and push yourself in a race, but it's also one of the most relaxing things you can do.
Really?
When you're out on the water, you see Knoxville from a different perspective, and it really is a great way to relax, stay cool. You know, it's a lot of fun.
It is. Speaking of which, we have this event coming up that you all have partnered with us on, the Paddle for Clean Water, which I don't know if the audience knows, started out as a campaign gimmick for Madeline O'Hara back a long time ago when she was running against Jim Haslam. And we have our event coming up this Saturday. The show was probably going to air after this event, but we can talk some about our last events and how fun those were. And, you know, from your perspective, because you work in the industry of paddling, what's the Paddle for Clean Water like for you? What do you see it being a good or hopefully a great thing for?
Well, I think first, and very importantly, it's a great way for people to be introduced to the water sports in Knoxville, and maybe on an individual base, but also family oriented. So if you don't have a kayak or a canoe, this is a great way to put your money towards a nonprofit organization and help Fort Loudoun Lake Association out, meet the community, the paddling community, and also do it in a safe environment.
We were talking earlier about what you all will be doing down there at the beginning, but it's also good for people to know that to get out in the water, which might be a little scary, that with an outfit like Blue Ridge Mountain Sports, they can go and you will fit them with a PFD, which stands for Personal Flotation Device, which everybody's required to wear. You know, you'll fit their paddle, you'll make sure that they're in, but don't let me go on, but tell me what you told me a little bit earlier about, you know, when a person shows up for this event, but I would say with any event with you all, what they can expect and the kind of care and treatment they'll get.
Sure. So we have folks come up to the pop-up, and first we ask them if they've done this before, because that information is going to allow us to know what boat to put them in. So if they need to be in a very stable, sturdy boat, or maybe something that is going to cut through the water a little better. Then from there, we are able to take a personal flotation device and get them sized for that, get the correct size paddle set up with them, and then just give them a quick basic of, all right, this is the efficient paddle stroke that you're looking for. This is what's going to make the boat go straight instead of always going left or always going right. And this is what you're looking for on the water to stay safe.
Wow. It's such a fun thing. What would you tell people if somebody asked you walking in a store and they just said, I just don't know, what would you give me the pitch, not for the actual thing, but you know, why would somebody want to get on this river?
Just there is so much water in and around Knoxville.
Yeah.
In Tennessee. It is a great recreation. It is so much fun. And the beauty that you see on these river trips, on the blueways, you can't see it any other way. Even if you're in a boat that's motorized, you scare off so much of the wildlife. When you're in a kayak or a canoe, it's just a different experience. And I think that's one of the ways that Knoxville should be seen, because it is so beautiful.
And what's interesting is even in the city, I think I passed I guess an osprey.
You see those nests everywhere.
Yeah, there's one over by Sequoia, I think so. And that's beautiful. You don't have to go to Montana. You can be in your backyard and see this beautiful wildlife.
In the spring, you know, you see families of ducks, you know, little baby ducks all around. It's just, you can see the seasons differently, you know, from the water. It's a great way to experience Knoxville.
And so how important is having a clean lake to a paddler like you?
Well, I wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. To first have clean enough water to feel comfortable to get in to paddle is pretty important. To be able to know, okay, I can get in this water and swim around in it and not be harmed by it is a big deal. And then also to have clean water, not to see trash in it. And I know the folks that are paddling these blueways or doing these trips, 9 times out of 10, they'll go, if they see something, they'll pick it up, they'll put it in their boat, they'll take it out. That's just the kind of community that we are. And so to be able to go out and not have to bring trash back, see an actual benefit from it, I think is very important.
Well, that you're talking about hopefully the Fort Loudoun Lake Association and our community really going and picking it up. But I bet, without putting words in your mouth, that if you had to say anything to the community, it's like, don't throw anything out of your car anywhere, because with any rain event or any event whatsoever, it's going to end up in this river, this beautiful river.
Well, I think that, like you said, a lot of folks, they just aren't, they don't realize that that's where it's going, that that's what's happening to it. You know, a lot of it is also just trash blowing out of the back of trucks. It's not that people are actually throwing it out. It's by accident too.
Well, I have a space for them, but I have a hard time having space for the people that are rolling their tractor trailer tires out, and some of the things that get tossed into our river, our beautiful river that is growing so much, you know, with our South Knoxville bridge area, you know, the old hospital that's being renewed, which I love, and all the recreation and the environmental, but more about the economical benefit of that river. I know you see it in the store, but it's really nice to see Knoxville grow and get more sophisticated, don't you think? In some ways along the river, cleanliness, but also maybe ways to actually service our paddlers better.
Well, I'll tell you, it's also a quality of life. So when you're able to go out and enjoy this, and your city or town has this available for you, it really does add to your quality of life. And that's one of the big draws for folks to come to Knoxville.
Wow, Caroline, with that, that was beautiful. I think that we can probably bring this show to a close. That was just, you couldn't say more than that. No. But I want to thank the audience once again for joining us today. And remember, what we do is REM. We remove trash and debris daily, we educate our community, and we monitor the water quality and our stormwater management. 2 ways you can help out. You can donate to Flake, so it's FLLAKE.org, or volunteer and sign up for our newsletter. We have volunteer events all the time, so if you go to our website, everything's on it. Click on anything, and you can find out everything that we do. Thank you again for joining us today.